So we're going to start recording now. So those of you who have entered, we are recording this session. I've shared my screen with you so you guys can see the books that we're going to talk about. So this is my message screen. And those are some of the students that are in the message chat. And that's fine. There's nothing personal in there. Everybody's talking about class. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was the books. So this is an overview of the books. You guys do have the books in your orientation. You see them. I also put the ISBN numbers there as well. But I pulled this off the site so that you can see it, and I should be able to open this. I can open it in my email and I can see, 4 or 5 chapters or more, in these books. I added the medical insurance book earlier edition in case some of you went on Amazon or thriftbooks.com and you want to get that one. So that's fine. This one is your 2023 Bucks book. That's your step-by-step book. Okay. That's your CPT book. You guys know that. That's ICD-10. This is the new version of the Language of Medicine book. Okay. You guys have that already. You don't need to purchase that, but if you want to, that's fine. I just have this on twice. One of these is the workbook and the other one is the books book. Okay. That's the medical insurance book, and the bottom is the workbook. That's your HCPCS book down there. So you guys have some of your books. This is for new session. This is new session students. You can go on the Kindle. Some of you might have Kindle, some of you may not have Kindle, but you can go on Kindle and you can see some of these books. So I just pretty much put it on here so you guys can see them. But when you click on them, you will be able to open the books. Okay. And I believe I put all of them there. Let me see if I can also share with you this portion. So in this session, we're going to go to another screen and then I'm going to show you how we look at those portions, because I want you guys to definitely be able to see everything that I'm looking at. And in this session, you only can see pretty much what's in Teams, but I still want you to see what I'm looking at. So give me a minute. Let me just move some stuff over and you'll be able to see it. I might be able to let you see it through here. Let me see. Even though I'm in here, I'm all over the place, but I still want you to see how we're going to get the books. I can send this to you also in message where you also can see it. So let me just come down and then I'm going to go back in. You guys can see it because there'll be a couple of pages that, that will come up and it'll say, what do you want to see? So I want you to see this from my point of view and what I'm looking at. Okay. Okay. So now we see. So as you guys can see, this is HCPCS book. Okay. It's the 2023 version. This is in Kindle. Okay. All the books are in Kindle. You can type the name in and put it in Kindle. And some of those ebooks in Kindle are very cheap, much cheaper than they are on Amazon. But, again, this one, you can go through several chapters in here. You can go through several chapters in here and look at what you want. And most of it is what's in your classroom. Okay. Symbols and conventions, even though, some of you are not at that point yet. We just started this semester. So you're not at this point yet, but I'm just giving you a heads up of where you can get the books from. Okay. And this is easy. You guys can do this for all the books. Some of you who are starting in medical billing, you can go ahead and use this book. It's like the first 6 or 7 chapters are already in there. And by the time you get up to the 7th chapter, you guys will probably be ready to go ahead and purchase your book. It just gives you time to purchase your book. You guys see how I say you know, do the medical terminology and then go ahead and do the medical billing. That's fine. I tell you that because I want to give you enough time to get the medical billing book. So that's why I give you that type of leeway so that you can get the rest of your books. So let's go ahead and open up the other book. The other one is the medical insurance billing book. I'm just going to pop this open again and we'll go ahead and look at that book, okay? Right. So let's go in. And yeah, I gotta go in and out. So I have to make sure that you guys are looking at the same stuff that I'm looking at. So let's go here. Okay, so you should see this book now. You should see this book now. I'm leaving it up like this so you can see the beginning of it. And again, it's just a heads up of what you can get, offline, if you just start digging and start trying to figure out what's what. So this is the workbook for the medical insurance book that you guys have to do. If you look through a couple of pages of it, the content, I think the first chapter is also in here. I can kind of keep going. You guys just keep clicking and clicking until you get to the page that you want to get. The iPad is kind of moving a little slow behind us, but it's still moving and it's still letting you know where we're at. You can see that where it says reading Kindle and then it says buy. It's the same thing. My Kindle is on my iPad. I don't have it on the HP. So that's why I have to go in and out to show you guys the books. Okay. But it doesn't matter. I don't want you to focus on how I'm getting this or how I'm going in and out. I want you to focus on how you're going to get it. Okay. And how you're going to benefit from Kindle. If you have HP and you don't have the iPad, usually Apple has Kindle, in their iPad. You could always go on the website. You see the websites that I have up there, or you can go on Amazon, and Amazon will, it'll say, do you want to look at the book or do you want to read the book? You can read it from there. You just can't download it. But if you have, again, the Kindle, you can download it from there, and it'll be in your library. Okay. So again, look, see how we're just going through this book, and there's several chapters here that you can kind of look at. I mean, it's just sample book, but it's just stuff that you're going to be looking at, especially those of you who just started the class or you guys have never been in medical billing before and you just want to take a look at the workbook or XYZ. This is the workbook, okay? And you can write in your own book if you want to. Okay, you can write in your own book if you want to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the other books since that you guys already seen the workbook portion. So I'm just doubling out on my screen. So that's the workbook. I'm going to click on the regular book because you're going to use those books together. You're going to use those books together. Okay. I see the workbook still up there, but here we are. Okay, so this is your regular book. And I know sometimes you have to get used to the ebooks, but the ebooks are amazing. I love the ebooks. I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, I don't show me ebook. I don't want to look at any kind of ebook. I don't want to look at it. But listen, these women on here, they've created a book. They are masters at what they do. I'm telling you. Those of you who are doing medical billing, you're gonna read this book inside out. I have tasks for you for every single chapter in here. I want you to make sure you get used to it. You do have an ICD-10 and a CPT section in this book. Okay. So I put it back in here. I removed it one time, but it was getting kind of confusing when I put it with the CPT and ICD-10. So I left it with the book. So you guys are going to follow it with the book. Okay, so there's a few chapters that they go up to in here, and again, here this is the summary that they're telling you about the book. What's in the book, what you're gonna do, the authors in the book, and none of that's on your test, but it's still good to know. Unit 4, claim submission, everything is in here that you're gonna learn. Okay, so career role and responsibilities. That is the same as the first chapter that you have on your test. These are the objectives, and this is what you're going to learn. Some of the titles changed a little bit, but it is the same information. Okay, and anything that's updated in here, trust me, you guys can go on here and look at this, and you will get an update. So if you have the book before this, you can still go on Kindle and look at some of the updates if there are any updates in the book. Again, this is the same. This is a chapter that you guys are going to go and do your task by. So, role of the insurance billing specialist. As you guys can see, even the book before this, role of an insurance billing specialist, it's the same thing. So this book looked like it. Okay, it had the same title as the one before this. You guys know I show you the green book sometime because that one is already in there. I have ebooks, so this is how they all look when you guys go in there and do your study. This is the first chapter. You see? Now I know some. Yeah, I know some of you saw a picture on my website. I know this is where I got it from. Okay, so not the previous website, the website I had before. So again, you can get a heads up on reading this. Those of you who are in my class who are just taking medical billing, I'm going to shoot this out to you. I know some of you are not able to get in on this chat, but I'm going to shoot this out to you. Okay. So again, I mean, there's probably, I don't know, maybe 5 chapters in here. I'm not going to go through the whole chapters, but there are a lot of chapters in here. Okay, so I'm going to just move over again. I think we got it kind of going, with me getting the books right, because, I had a little bit of fickle in the beginning. I know I started, not at exactly 11 o'clock, but so let's take a look at the rest of the book. So here's your step-by-step book. Okay, I'm not going to go in reverse this time. This is the book. Okay, and then I'll show you the workbook. Now, the step-by-step workbook, again, you see this is the ebook. You see Kindle letting you look at this book, and there's a good 4 chapters in here. There's enough to get you started. Let's say you are finished and you're like, I'm ready to go. That's Sheree. Sheree ready to go. Okay, go in this book. Did give you enough time to go ahead and get your other book. What if you ordered your book and it takes 2 or 3 weeks, or it takes 2 weeks to get? You can look at this book while you're waiting for that. Okay, they let you look at this book. I mean, they give you a certain amount that you can look at, but it still gets you a head start. Okay, so again, this is your step-by-step book. This is the book that you will use. There is another one, the 321 AAPC, but I like to use this one. I know that you guys are taking the AAPC exam, but I like this one because this is what I've been teaching my students by, and even the students that are in-house. So look at this. You guys know I'm like cardiology nuts, right? So I love this picture. Years ago, there was a portion on the CPC that said, I don't know if it said describe the parts of the heart or what's next or what size is the pulmonary artery or whatever. Study this, okay? Study this. But you see what type of stuff you can get out of this book real quick? You can get a lot of stuff out of here. And this is just the beginning of the step-by-step book. This is where you will learn your course. You guys know I don't micromanage, but anytime you need a one-on-one, let me know when you guys need a one-on-one. Okay? Because that's how we're going to get by in this class. I do have the chat. Some of you are not able to get on them. That's fine. Don't worry about that. You guys can always archive this. But I want you to know, where you can kind of cut corners sometime. And sometimes I come up with stuff. I don't even know how I come up with stuff. But this is a good idea. Okay? I think I went on to see how, I'm looking for a way for you guys to get cheaper books. And then I came across this. But, again, the step-by-step book is everything in here. Once you bypass all the introduction and all that kind of stuff, you're going to get to, the work that you're going to do. So you guys know that's reimbursement. You guys know that, You have a task for everything. I've created a task for you for everything. Chapter 1, reimbursement, HIPAA, and compliance. Now, don't you guys with that HIPAA. I don't want to see HIPP. I want to see it the correct way. This is medical insurance billing. This is, a part of coding. This is a part of revenue cycle. That's why you have to know, what this is. Before I used to put it, I used to put this with the medical billing, but just stick to this. In your 40-week course, stick to this. The fast track I put it with medical billing because those are the students who are on that fast track. Okay. The fast track, you might have 3 or 4 in 1 week, 3 or 4 chapters or something in 1 week. And your 40-week, that's 1 week you're going to do this, 1 week you're going to do that. Take a look at it. You guys look in here and take a look at it. Okay. So, again, this is just chapter 1, and there's a couple of chapters after this. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. See, part B, it tells you everything that you need. Then you go down to the ICD-10, and it's amazing. I can't believe it. So I'm telling you, I know these books were in here, but I didn't know they let you see that much. Because trust me, that's why it took me so long to even get in. I'm trying to look like, I got something for them. Yes, we do. So I want you guys to take heed to that. And again, this is the workbook to the step by step. I do want you to, touch bases on, the workbook. If you can get the workbook, go ahead and get the workbook because, the more you do, the better you'll be. Okay. You see this? This is amazing. This is why I want you guys to get the workbook. Look at this. I've got the answers to all of this. You have probably the answers at the back of your book, or I'm looking at 2 cameras. That's why it's driving me nuts. You probably have odd or even numbers. So I have the teacher resource book, so I can grade the rest of them if you want to. But this is to test your own knowledge. This is to test your own knowledge. You guys know, when I give you guys something, I'm expecting you to do it. If you have something due on Thursday, give it to me on Thursday. If you have something due on Sunday, give it to me on Sunday. If you can't, just shoot me something to say, you don't have it or you're still working on it. That's fine. I just need to make sure that you guys are actually doing your work. So, this is going to benefit you in the long run. This is going to benefit you in the long run. It can't be, we're micromanaging. I'm not going to send you a text every day and say, did you? You guys already know that. I want to see you dive in there. This is passion. This is what you want to do. This is your life's work that you're gearing up for. The CPC is no joke. You're going to have a time messing with that. Trust me. And to make you more savvy with it, get this workbook. Okay, get the workbook. Um, I don't know why I'm popping that up, but make sure that you guys get that workbook because I want to make sure that you, me, we are on the same page. Okay. So I'm going to move down a little bit. This is that medical terminology book. I don't know. Somebody said they wanted to get the medical terminology book. That's fine. Um, You want hard copy? You can get hard copy. You can get the 12th edition or you can get the 11th edition. That's fine. I'm just going to show you what the 12th edition is like. I'm waiting for it to pop up. Um, I'm just going to show you what that's like because it's the same as the online book that you have. It's just a different color. It has a different picture on it. Here it is. Different picture on it. And again, same thing. This is in Kindle. Same thing. This is in Kindle. This is in Kindle. You want the hard copy? You can get the hard copy. You can get the hard copy if you want it. Okay. So look at this one. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I think somebody chimed in, so that caused me to cut out for a minute. But here it is, okay? And the same thing, the same thing down the line. The books are here, okay? I'm gonna jump in. Now this is the AAPC book for AMA. You guys, the APC, the ICD-10 book for AMA, and this is in here as well. Remember, I said this was in here. Same thing. Go through the book, go through the guidelines, and what did Ms. Lambert say about the guidelines? I know, 10 times. Read the guidelines. Read the guidelines. And you guys remember when I said you can get those guidelines online, right? So just remember that you can get those guidelines online as well. Okay. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing because you guys wouldn't believe it's already almost an hour. I just got on. So I'm still trying to show you the books. So I want to just kind of go down the line just to kind of give you that heads up of what you can get from Kindle. Okay. And again, you can also, CPT is also there, as well, And this is just showing as the bundle in there. There are updates in there. But the gist of this is just for us to, look at the CPT portion, and you're just going to purchase the CPC. You see where it says dates, release time, effective time? Put that on index cards. They will have something like that on a test. You never know. They'll be asking you all kinds of stuff. When is category 1 release? When is category 3, release? Different things. So, it was one question that tripped me up one time. It was this category 3 codes eventually going to be category 1 codes. Now I'm telling you, that was like category 3 codes, they have to be approved by FDA, and then they become category 1 codes. But if they don't approve them within 5 years, they list it as, you have to use an unlisted code. So the question for me was no. Okay. The question was no. So, you want to be precarious about that. And only how I know is because I'm reading through the guidelines. I'm reading through category 3 guidelines. You see how important the guidelines are? They're going to have questions on that CPC about the guidelines. Okay. So, just, be precarious of that. Talked about nomenclature. Remember that. That's words, letters, that's just set up codes. That's nomenclature, putting that stuff together. So let me go back in. Okay, so this is the older book that I wanted to show you because this is the one that I had, and that's the hard copy that I had. So you can use this book as well as, the other one, because you can get this one for probably, I don't know, I saw it on Thrift for $4, and it's the same stuff as in the other one. I don't see where much has changed. I mean, you're going to see the same thing that's in the new book. I mean, the new book was like 105 or 95. The ebook was like, I don't know, maybe $60. But if you go to thrift.com, you can get this for, I saw it for $4, but you can also go to eBay and get it as well. I don't know, maybe $6 or $7 because it's not the current version. Okay, but as you can see, it has the same stuff in the book. Look at my girl. You see, same thing. And that's why I don't want, if you can't get the new books, don't stress yourself about new books. Figure out a way. Okay, figure out a way. Okay, and again, you do not have to look at brand new books. See right here where it says self-employment or independent contracting? Yeah, I want you guys to definitely read that. Same thing. I'm just getting to the chapter where it has what you guys are going to do. And again, your tasks are made from these books. So see, HIPAA, all the questions and everything that's in there should come from this book. So there's nothing that you should miss. So even if you get this one, that's fine. I'm okay with you guys getting this one. Okay. Okay, let me see if I have any more in there. I don't want to miss nothing. But again, that's a quick and easy way to get to your books. Okay, that's a quick and easy way to get. These are all the books that you need for your course, and this is how you're going to get through them. Okay, Kindle will help you. Kindle is how we get through these books. Okay, so I may come up again. I'm just coming out so I can share you, a different part of my screen. So again, just be precarious about, what you're reading, what you're doing, and you'll be okay with it. Some of you don't get scared. I mean, when you get ready to do your stuff, don't get scared. I'm trying to figure out which screen is which. So don't get scared, about what you need to do because, everything is new. It's just like a new job. When you go to a new job, and you're like, oh my God, what are they going to ask me? Oh my God, X, Y, Z. Oh my God, so and so and so and so. You know, don't be afraid. I mean, when you go to school, you learn different things. You learn different things when you go to school. Okay, so that's your books. So let's just go over teams real quick. See this milestone? Those of you who haven't signed up for Sapphire Physician Coding, you should have a milestone in there. Everybody has the same thing. When you go into the milestone, go to files. When you go to post, you have no post because I posted nothing there. The only thing I have there for you is your files. So I want you to see your files. In your files, I will be putting in your tasks, tests, whatever you send me, I'll put it in there. If you want me to delete it back out, I'll take it back out. So if you look in your folder now and you sent me something, I've already taken it out of there. Okay. I put it in there long enough for you to see it, and then I take it out. So, just be precarious of that. This one is loading kind of slow, but I want you guys to make sure that you can see your files in there. And most of the files that are in there now are new. That's your group. Okay. That's your group that's in there. I might have to switch over, but it looks okay. But I'm trying to figure out why isn't your screen showing what I'm showing. Hold on one second. Don't lose me. Okay, so let's see if you're showing what I'm showing right now. Okay, so I'm in, so you should be in on the other side, but don't worry about it. I'll try to make sure that you guys get what you need. So we're still recording. So again, that's what you should be looking at. Okay, that's your teams. That's what you should be looking at. Okay. And again, in your teams, you see the same thing that I see. Okay. So when you do go in, just open up your folder. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to general. To see all the other folders, go to general. You guys see general up above milestone. That will give you the files. Let me see. Let me see if it goes in. If it doesn't, I'll go ahead and switch over so I can show you guys what I'm looking at. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get in there in 1 minute. Let me just show you. And this is just going to show you the files that you normally see. You guys know that when you see it on my end, it looks like it's color coded. It's color coded. Okay, but on your end, when you look at it in your folder, the folders will all be yellow, but they'll all be the same. Okay, they'll all be the same. You see, that's your 20-week schedule. You see the Zooms in there. You see the chats in there. You see right here where it says chat. That's how you know it's a chat. Down here where you see Zoom, you know it is a Zoom. Okay, so just be precarious of that when you guys are going in there. Okay, so right now it's 12 o'clock. I know I said I wasn't going to keep you guys long, but I'm going to recontinue, this chat if we can't get through the whole thing. So again, those of you who do not have access to Teams, you get an email from me that says I have joined you into Microsoft and to change your password. That's for you to get into Teams. Okay. So let me know if you can't get in there. When you get in there, you see Milestone, you see General, you see Step 5 Physician Coding. That's your program. This is for the new students, not the old students. You guys already have your teams. Your group has nothing to do with this. They can't even see your group. This is for the new students that came in September. Okay, when you go in, you will see Milestone. You remember, you're going to click on that milestone, and when you click on it, it's going to show posts. I have not posted anything to you, so you're not going to see that. So you go to files. That's where you're going to see your files. Mine just looks color coded. Remember, yours is not. Okay, and you can see other files. And again, don't go on anybody else's file. Just go into your file. Okay, I'll put what you give me. I'll put it in there, but I'm deleting it right out. Okay, just you make sure you record your grade. Take your folder, take your document out of there, put it in your file, or however you want to do it. If you want to leave your stuff in there, that's fine. Okay, so now I'm going back to general. General gets me to the post. Yes, we have posts in here because we've talked and we posted things in here. Okay, go to files. Everything on that post that's a video or anything like that will be here. Okay, if you didn't see the orientation, click on the orientation. The chat is in there. Okay, I'm just scrolling down along so you can see all the courses. Sometimes we do this chat and we don't get to see all the courses, but I want to show you where everything is, especially somebody asked me about the essay. Okay, so the summary is also here. When you go in to find how to do the summary or what you guys need to put in the summary, go to orientation. I'll put that summary in there. Okay. So there was one there, and just use the matrix. Just use the matrix on it. Use another word. Just use what's in there. Tweak it how you want. How you want the essay to look. How you want the summary to look. But when you do it, just make sure that you put a heading on it. Okay, so I can know. This is chapter 1, basic body structure, basic word structure, or chapter 2. And then I want you guys to just put the date on there so we can see it. Okay, let me see what's going on with this. It's slow. It's coming. Okay, so we went over this in another chat, but I'm going over in this one just so you guys can see what the summary is. And it's basically the same like the other one that you guys saw. This one is relating to ICD-10 summary. And any other summary is going to be the same thing. Okay, it's going to be the same thing. Okay, so just use your discretion. Use your discretion on how you're going to do your summary. Keep your summary to 100, 200. I just need to know what you know about the summary. Okay. All right. So yeah, I just need to know what you know about the summary. So I'm gonna jump in admin real quick. And the reason why I'm jumping in there is because I want you to just kind of see what the email looks like. It's not your regular email that you guys are putting in. It's a different email that you guys are going, because mine is different. When you go into your Microsoft, you're going to see add. Like, when you get ready to go in there, it says pick which one you want to use. Just add that email in there. Okay, what time is it? Okay. Okay, so that's how we're going to do that. Let me see what else is in here. I wanted to kind of go over with you guys. The books was definitely a plus. So go to Kindle, get those books out of there. Use them. use them. Those of you who are medical billing are still waiting for books, go in there and use those books to do what you have to do. Okay, even if it's 4 or 5 chapters, 4 or 5 chapters better than no chapters. Okay, so I'm just kind of scrolling through so you guys can see some things. So in mine, I just color coded it so you can see it differentiated. Okay, when you get here, this is when your core courses start. All the red is your core courses. Okay, you see anything below that, that's your orientation as a whole. I just split it up, same as orientation. That's your recording. I'm gonna change the name of that so y'all know what it is. Your checkoff sheet, student completion sheet, your summary. I'm gonna pop this up. I know it'll take forever to pop up, but I still want you guys to see it. I don't know if I put this in the other video that I had before, but the checkoff sheet is where you're gonna put your grades at. Okay, medical terminology, date you took the test, put your score there. Okay, same thing all the way down the line, medical insurance bill on your coding. Your coding is your SBS. Okay, so that's that about that. So in the coding, I want you guys to make sure that you read the guidelines in the coding. And the ICD-10, okay, the guidelines have to be read several times. There's a trick to getting the guidelines in the coding. So you know I'm not going to go through the ICD-10 book step by step with you. You're going to do that. So right now, you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm going to pop this up so that you can see what I'm getting ready to type in. So I'm looking for ICD-10 CM 2023 guidelines. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, and you guys do the same thing. Those of you who are at home, do the same thing on your computer. Okay, when you find it, I want you to use the one that says cms.gov, which I did put that in one of your orientations or another one. I'm not sure which one I put it in. There's several of them, but try and hit the one that says the guidelines for .gov. So let me see where I'm going to pull from here. They have it at Amazon too. I didn't know that. Oh, okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. And when you pull it up, it'll come up in like a PDF. Okay. So let's just hope that the recording has not messed up too bad, but you guys can actually see it. So I'm going to come up again because the only way that you can see this is if I come out of this share, or I can, I'm going to pick a different share so you can see it. Okay, so let's go back in. I just want you to see this. It doesn't let me switch over, and that, I got to get more happy with the change. So you're going to go on cms.gov, okay, and just put in ICD-10, coding guidelines. This is another cheat sheet. This is a part of your coding that I want to go over. In ICD-10, you must go over the guidelines. You don't have your book? Okay. Go here and you can get the guidelines. You must read these. Okay. On your exam, they will ask you questions about what is in here. Okay. They will ask you questions. And I'm going to show you how to tab in here. That's further down the line. No, you guys are not up to this yet. These are new students I'm talking to. What's in here, I need you to retain. So if you see, I'm going down to and, with. I mean, these are so important. It looks so simple, but it's not, because if you're coding something, if she says she has tuberculosis and, a cough, or something like that, we know that that goes hand in hand. So how many codes are you going to use for that? One, right? Because it is a conjunction. It's together. She has a sore throat and her foot hurt. That's two. So, as you get down the line, I want you to just be precarious of looking at these guidelines, because this is what you're going to need when you are studying. Okay, as you can see up here, this is 118 pages. It's free. So when you're getting ready to start your course for ICD-10, and you know that first thing I'm teaching you is how to do ICD-10 in there. So now I'm showing you how to navigate. I'm showing you how to navigate and how to get around tricks and trade without paying $18,000-$20,000 for a billing and coding class. You know, because those teachers in there, we go by a curriculum. We go by a rubric. That rubric and curriculum is created by that accreditation. You know what I'm saying? They're going by guidelines. You got to have a passion for what you do to start adding all this stuff in. So all this extra stuff that you guys see me adding in, I used to do the same thing for my girls and my guys in physical class. Okay? Anything I find that I think can help y'all or can cut corners somewhere to help y'all, we do it. Excludes notes, excludes one. So, you know, just take heed to that. What we can find, what I can help you with, that's what we do. This is what you're going to start with. Okay? Type it in, save it on your computer. You see. Okay, I'm trying not to go over, but it's already 12:15. So, and I'm doing 12:15 because I know we started a little later. But again, you know, this is what I want you to look at. Okay? That's what I want you to look at, because it's very hard, you know, to pass that exam and you have not navigated through the book. The book's got to be your best friend. Even though you're going to have tabs in there, and you know, even though I'm gonna give you an example, even though the modifiers are in there, it's good to know modifiers off the top of your head, because you know, you boom, you answer the question, boom, you finish. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just be precarious of that. Documentation or complications. Okay. Everything you need to highlight in here, I don't know, can I swing there? Let me see, you get there. So everything you need to highlight, that's 16. So sometimes this one's a little slower than the other one. Navigate through. It is so much. Look at the documentation, must have that the condition is clinically significant. It is not necessary for the provider to explicitly document the term complication. For example, if the condition alters the course of the surgery as documented in the operative report, then it would be appropriate to report a complication code. That's wicked, ain't it? When y'all go through this book, you're gonna go, wow. Don't get discouraged, because I got some of you that's like, okay, I don't know about this, Miss Lambert. No, it's just too much. No, it's not. You're going to take it day by day. And those of you who are in the 20 week, if you need to switch over to 40 week, no problem. Vice versa. Because, you know, everybody's not going to learn the same. You have some that are advanced and some that are, you know, have not done this before. Okay, this is good. You guys know the Z codes, you know, the Z codes, you know, something maybe, you know, health wise. Once a year, you go see the provider. You see, you guys, when I met, you'll get there, the Z codes. Okay. Other reasons for healthcare encounters may be assigned as appropriate to further explain the reasons for presenting for healthcare services, including transfers between healthcare facilities, or provide additional information relevant to a patient encounter. If I hurt my hand, I'm going for medicine. I'm hurt. You ain't gonna use the Z code because it's more like a well visit code. It's more like they're tending to something. So, you know, just be precarious of something like that. It's more like they're describing something. They give you examples right here, what you can, you know, you can use it for. And some of these are new. Homeless, inadequate housing, extreme poverty. It's a description. Okay, it's a description. Let me see what else is in here. The external cause of morbidity codes and the Z codes listed above are not an all-inclusive list. There's more. Other codes may be applicable to the encounter based upon the documentation. Assign as many codes as necessary to fully explain each healthcare encounter. Since patient history information may be very limited, use any available documentation to assign the appropriate external cause of morbidity and Z codes. Morbidity is issues. What's wrong with the patient? Okay. All right. So okay. So I'm 12:18 in. So I'm gonna cut it here, but I still want you guys to be precarious of what you're doing. Find ways to get around certain things. Find ways to, to help you do what you need to do. You can't find a way, call me. I'll find a way. I'll find a way. I promise you next time we're not gonna have these problems with the video. I gotta see what the problem is. I'm going back and forth. I gotta find a better way to figure out how to do this with you guys. Because the only way that I can let you see from Teams to search engine, I've got to go in and out. I'm gonna look at the video and see how horrible it is, but you guys know I'm gonna put it out there anyway. But again, just be precarious of what you're doing, because in Teams and in any other aspect, there's got to be a way for you to learn. There's got to be a way for you to learn. You have to find how you learn. You know, I can only speculate how you learn when I see what you give me, when I see what you give me. Okay, so that's what I want you to take away from this chat. Everything that you learn as a whole in this class, I want you to retain it. Whether you're taking your tests or whether you're working, retain the information. I teach you how to teach yourself. I teach you what you need to know to pass your exam. I give you insights on what you need. Everything in this program you must do. Keep track of what you're doing. Okay, I have so many things in here for you to keep track of what you're doing. The main thing is pass. If you cannot pass the test that I'm giving you, how can you pass the CPC? And remember, it is not me who's going to pass you. You are going to be the one that's responsible for passing that exam. If you're not comfortable with passing the exams that I'm giving you and you're not passing, then we can't move forward. We can't move forward. So in this classroom, you got to make sure you get to know me. Get to know me. Get to know me so you can ask anything that you need. I'm gonna show you this test. I'm gonna show you a portion of your final on the coding. And this in there, I don't know why every time I do that, it makes me have to go out and come back in, because I just seen it in there. I just want to switch. So let me see if it lets me switch. No, of course, it's giving me a hard time again. But I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna show you guys. So let me find it. Let me find it. Okay. So I'm giving you a sneak peek of this because I want you guys to see it. Keep dropping me. we're going to begin to end this chat, but again, just make sure you know what's going on with this test. Okay, this is your 50 questions. Some of the cases are long, some of the cases are short. And remember, on your AAPC, you might have a long one. This one is long, and you don't have 5 minutes. You have to make sure you know what you're doing. Okay. So let's end this chat. I may have to redo this, but if I do, I'm gonna put it out there anyway for you guys to do, because we had so many issues with this video. And my sister's just calling in, and she's knocking us out of the video. I don't know how to non-do that, but we'll figure it out. But just get something out of this video, okay? So I'm gonna see you guys next time. Stop the recording, and I'll see you.